Let's dance. Oh. Ding a ding, 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 ding. Bum ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da ba da ba da 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 ba da 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 ba 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 da ba ba da ba da ba. Alrighty then, 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 alrighty then. Back it up, Terry, back it up! Spaceship! 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 It has a pocket! Yeah, pockets! We love pockets! Yeah! Oh, that's wild. Outer wild. Are commands working? Because I troubleshot StreamerBot last night. And oh, they are working. Okay, excellent. And I had everything working. Boom, so one shot. Everything should be working. Yeah, gosh dang it. Awesome. Gosh dang it all to heck. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Also, I discovered this means it's plugged in to, like, it's being used. At least I think that's what it means. Anyway, for any of you that were curious about that, how are you, everybody? How's it going? How's everybody doing today? I feel like I have had a very unproductive day, but I have to remind myself that I cleaned the rest of my carpets. So it hasn't been completely unproductive, but it's just one of those mornings where I feel like I did like nothing, but I was like busy all morning, but I feel like I still did nothing. We've got Martin and Lindsay. How's it going, you guys? Good to see you. And Hayes. Hayes, your decal is coming. It's just taken me a hot minute to get it cut and put together, but it's finally cut out, and I just have to put the contact paper in it and like put it in an envelope, but it is all cut and everything. So there's that. We've got Landrider, and we have Lima. Lima, I'm so sorry about YouTube. I ran into some trouble multi-streaming, and I just decided it wasn't worth all the like trying to. Yeah, yes, I have Dr. Pepper lip balm. Okay, there's an explanation behind why I use Dr. Pepper lip balm, and it's not because it smells or tastes like Dr. Pepper, because it doesn't do either of those things. But I multi-streamed a long time ago, and I liked it for the most part, and it worked pretty well for the most part, but it started to get kind of buggy, and I felt like I was doing more troubleshooting than it was worth, and so I dropped it for a while, and then just like last week, I decided to try it again, and I used it for about a week, and then it started getting buggy and glitchy again, and I was like, this is not worth all the trouble. So I tried it for a week, and I was hoping to try it for longer, but I was just not willing to sit and like do all the different like troubleshooting and everything. It just wasn't worth it to me. We've got dad bods. Okay, so here's my explanation for Dr. Pepper lip balm. It has one of the best red tints I have ever found in a lip color. I've never found anything like it. Dr. Pepper lip balm, best red tint out of any. And I'm not like a makeup person, because I never wear makeup. I invest in my skincare rather than my makeup, but I do like having just a teeny bit of color on my lips, and Dr. Pepper lip balm is the best one. Best one. And we've got John. How's it going, John? Hiya, cupcakes. Landrider's on their way to choir. Choir. Give me the money? Chaos, how are you? What do you mean give me the money? What is give me the money? No, it's because I don't have it as a scene in the intro scene. I just don't even have that like in any of my scenes. I can add it for sure. Hey, and it's Grandpa. Oh, I'm sorry, Grandpa. I'm sorry about that. Feels more like possible zombie virus. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Oh, Dadbods bamboozled the streamer, so they're trying to rein it back in. I can hear mucus moving around my sinuses. Oh, that sounds terrible. We still have not gotten any sort of, we still haven't gotten any sicknesses around here. Now, that's not to say we won't, but we haven't yet. And I consider it a plus that we made it through the entire Christmas holiday without any sicknesses whatsoever. And that's like everybody, me, Ander, and Ander has a weaker immune system than me. So usually if anybody gets sick, it's either Charlotte or it's Ander. So, hey, and it's Trekkie. Don't worry about it, Lima. Listen, you come whenever you want to be here and whenever you get a notification or whatever. And I am thrilled for you to be here. Being late does not matter to me at all. At all. People come and go. Like, I'm here playing games, but people do whatever you're gonna do, man. Martin multi-streamed until I got affiliate on Twitch, and at that point, over 90% of my views were on Twitch, and it just wasn't worth the hassle. I feel the same way, because when I looked at my analytics, it just didn't really make a whole lot of sense. I feel like multi-streaming would work really well for someone like, I don't know. The only person I can think of is that Nutty streamer, because I use his videos to help me set up new plugins and things like that sometimes. He's a little too adult for me, my taste. His content is. But he's multi-streaming now, and it makes sense because he live streams on Twitch, but then he has a lot of YouTube content. And so that makes sense because he has kind of like groups of people on both sides. that are actively engaged in his channel, but I don't know. I tried it. I gave it a shot and it just didn't make sense for me because like I said, it was just more troubleshooting than I wanted it. And it's Jane! Well, we're supposed to be having a really cold front come through this weekend. So we're trying to kind of prepare for that. Ander bought a chainsaw and he's outside cutting wood right now. So we're trying to be prepared. I made a big giant grocery order today. So hopefully everything will be fine. We are on the same grid, power grid as a hospital. So last time we had that crazy Arctic freeze that came through and kept everybody inside for like 2 weeks. We never lost power. And I'm almost positive it's because we're on the same grid as the hospital, but I could be wrong. I don't know. We also just may have gotten lucky. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I like chapstick, but my favorite lip balm is actually just Aquaphor or like Eucerin, the cream, the really thick cream. That stuff is awesome. It's great. Highly recommend it. And you can get a giant tub of it and it's like, Ander uses it on his hands. So I just rub it on my lips at night. But I use this during stream for color, for a little bit of a pop. I do like peppermint chapstick though. That is a nice flavor. Dadbot says, only took 2 days, but they stumbled over info they gave day one. Also gave me 2 phone numbers on the other side of the country where they live and didn't know the new year had just passed. Keep them going because that's one less scammer that's going to scam some sweet little old lady. Really looking forward to see today's nice, chill, bloodless stream where no one dies and everything works out great. Yeah, I can tell you right now, I have no idea how this game is going to end, but I don't know. I keep trying to like think of what would just break my heart. I don't know. We'll have to see. We got sick in mid-December, but thankfully we're better by Christmas. Yeah, we never ever got sick over the holidays. That's not to say it won't happen, but also I created some community channel point challenges. I honestly have no idea how much to make those things cost regarding chucks, but I know a lot of people have a lot of chucks. So I just kind of threw some numbers out there. But I created some of those and I'm currently making some commands, but they're on my MacBook right now and I haven't transferred them over to my PC yet. So it is what it is. But I feel like people are talking so fast and I can't keep up with chat. Being late matters to my boss. Oh, well, yeah. That would matter. Yes. I mean, like here right now, I don't expect anybody. I mean, it's lovely if this happens, but I don't want anybody to feel guilty if they can't either stick around for a whole entire stream or they have to show up halfway through the stream or they have to leave early or anything like that. I am happy to have people come and hang out with me whenever they can. I'm happy for people to even come hang out for like 10 minutes. I just gave my chucks to the goals, but they didn't subtract. Are they live right now? That's a great question. I don't know. It just said start the challenges. I don't know. I have no idea. I actually don't know how that works. So, Trekkie says, given that I'm going to be starting a job soon that involves a lot of interaction with people and also being diabetic, I should really get my flu and COVID shots soon. Did you get a new job? Because that's exciting. I got a lumberjack. Ander got a chainsaw. Yeah, he's really excited about it. He came inside after using it and he was like, my heart, it hurts. I love it so much. It made me laugh. It's easier for YouTube viewers to go to Twitch than it is for you to stream on YouTube. Yep, that's kind of how I feel. I tried it and I was willing to give it a shot for a while, but it only took a week before I started having bugs with my chat. I couldn't even log in on my YouTube side. And I was just like, you know what? This is not worth it. Treble hooks are basically kind of like fishing flies. I mentioned it one time on stream and everybody was like, that should be a community challenge. So Ander had to teach me how to do it, but it's very intricate. And it's very detailed. He says he needs some tied. So I was like, okay, well, everybody wants me to do it. on stream, but it's just kind of a different, it's just, you know, it's like, it's tying like feathers and things to a certain type of fishing hook. So it looks like a fishing fly, but it's not actually used for fly fishing. Wow, look at everybody contributing to these challenges. That's so fun. I can give chucks daily. Those won't last. See, like, so a long time ago, I think it was to play a scary game or something like that. It was like 100,000 chucks, or it was like 115,000 chucks or something. But that was a long time ago when I didn't have as many regular viewers. And so it took us a long time. And I was like, I didn't know what number to put. I didn't really know. And they were like, 100,000 chucks is a lot of chucks. I remember it was J Hops that said that. He said it's a lot of chucks. So as I was doing it last night, I thought, I don't know, we've got more people now. So just need 50 people to give and they'll all be done in 2 days. Well, then there you go. Maybe I should have made them 500,000. I don't know. A stream with Charlotte will have to happen on a Sunday, preferably a second Sunday. And then everything else can kind of happen whenever. Although Ander does need to like reteach me how to tie treble hooks, because he taught me once and I don't really remember. So, but I have this crazy story to tell you guys before I move on into the game, okay? Listen, I've been listening to this podcast. It's called Radio Rental, and it's, well, I know that's just it. I have more viewers, and like, and so many of you have like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of chucks. So I don't know. We will see. We will see. It might be met in like a week. I don't know. Hey, and it's Collector. How are you? I'm so glad you got your decal. I was really, really worried about that. And it's Rumi. I have some chucks. I have some too. I wear them all the time. I actually really love my high top Converse. I'm really glad I decided to treat myself to those. So I've been listening to this podcast. I just finished listening to Watership Down. Highly recommend it. Watership
Down is, and it is a fantastic story. Now, it is about rabbits, and if y'all think, oh, it's just a story about rabbits, this ain't no story about a bunch of fuzzy rabbits. This is crazy business that's happening at the end of this book, okay? So I highly recommend reading Watership Down. Anyway, so I've been listening to this, oh, and we have Mac, how are you? Yes, I do. I have some challenges I posted last night on my Twitch. I created some community challenges, but I had no idea how much to make them cost, so we'll just see when it happens. But I've been listening to this podcast called Radio Rental, and Radio Rental is a podcast about true creepy stories that happen to other people, so they say. Ander tells me he doesn't believe half of them are true. Maybe that's true. I don't know. But I love listening to spooky stories, especially if they are true spooky stories. And it's hosted by Rainn Wilson or Dwight Schrute, and he is great and it's very funny. But they have the actual stories told by the people that it happened to. Hold on. Community challenge 25% complete. Oh yeah, so we're gonna blow through those. I should have made them like 500,000 chucks. I didn't think about it. I don't math very well, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, so there was this story about this guy. He was probably 10 and he lived out he was like the 80s, and it was summer break and he was living out in the he lived like by these woods, and there was this house that was like part of their neighborhood, but it was like the mystery house because nobody knew who lived there and nobody had been inside and nobody had seen anybody go in or out of the house, but they knew people lived there, but they didn't know who actually lived there.
Hello?
So, and it's Scarecrow! How are you, Scarecrow? It is so good to see you. Happy Wednesday. So he was kind of a loner a little bit, and he went out into the woods and he would take his G.I. Joes out into the woods and he would play with his G.I. Joes. And he was 10, and I think I said this, it was summer break. It was summer break. So he was outside playing in the woods one time, and he just knew somebody was watching him. He just knew somebody was watching him. Something, somebody. And he didn't even turn around. He just stood up, picked up his toys, and just left. And it took him about 4 days before he decided to go back into the woods. So he finally went back into the woods. And then
he went back into the woods and played with his G.I. Joes again. And once again, he got the same feeling that somebody was watching him. And he was about to leave when he heard a voice that said, "You don't have to go home." And he turned around and there was this girl standing in the woods. And she was wearing kind of like baggy clothes, and she was kind of wearing like, she had kind of this weird haircut. It was kind of a mop top kind of weird kind of haircut that didn't quite fit her. And she was just kind of strange looking to him. But he basically, this is how he met who they called Laura of the Woods. Her name was Laura, and he would go out and he would hang out with her in the woods, and they would play together or talk together or whatever. And then one day she said, I want to show you something. And she took him back around the side. She said, I live in that house. So she lived in the mystery house. And she said she lived there with her parents, and that it was a 3-story house, and he could see the the top of the house from the woods. And so there was this window overlooking the woods on the 3rd story of the house. And she said, that's my entire room. It's like an attic, but it's like my space. She was homeschooled, her parents homeschooled her, and she basically told him that she just had free reign of the 3rd floor of the house. And it was like a gigantic playroom with all these toys. And she never invited him inside or anything, but one day she said, I want to show you something. And she took him around the back kind of corner of the house, and she showed him this tree where she had carved her name in the tree. And there was like this old rope swing with like one plank of wood attached to it, you know? And there was this hole down in the bottom of the tree, and she reached her hand down into the hole and pulled out an old pack of cigarettes. So he was 10, she was 11, and she gave him a cigarette, and he tried to smoke it and it didn't work. And he said she legitimately
smoked like 10 cigarettes. He said I watched her smoke like 10 cigarettes. I see you, Chiron. How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Oh, I just made an alert with this one. It's gonna be May. Yeah, that one's ready. That one's coming. So anyway. So he like hung out with Laura, and his parents were like, oh, he's got this little friend he goes out and plays with in the woods. How cute. Like 80s, right? The parents didn't care. And it's Alcondros! Oh my gosh, so good to see you! Happy Wednesday! So all of a sudden one day, she was just gone. She just disappeared, and he didn't ever see her again. And he just kind of was like, that was really weird. Like, oh, he pushed her on the swing. Like they did use the swing together, and he'd push her, and then she'd get off and he'd push her, you know, or she'd push him or whatever. So finally she just disappeared. And he just kind of didn't really think much of it. I mean, he was confused, but he didn't really think much of it because school started and he was busy and he didn't really have a lot of time to think about it. And then after a little while, the house went up for sale. The house went up for sale, and there was going to be this open house, and everybody was so excited about the open house because everybody wanted to know what was in the mystery house and who lived there and why they never were seen coming in or out. So he begged his mom to go to the open house, and she wanted to go to the open house too. So they decided to go, and
they get to the open house, and he met Laura's parents. And the mom was showing them around the house, and she was showing them all these places, and she showed them the 1st floor, and then she showed them the 2nd floor. And then she said, all right, well, that's the end of the tour. And he was like, but there's a 3rd floor. Like there's like an entire 3rd floor. I know there is. And musical story time. This doesn't make this story very scary. Anyway. So he thought about asking about it because he was like, that's where Laura lives. Like, that's where Laura lives. Jordachi, how are you? Cheers to Jordachi. Happy Wednesday. But he decided not to ask. And the two moms were like making small talk with one another. Laura's mom said, well, we used to have a daughter, but she passed away. And the guy telling the story was like, I know
that I knew it was Laura's mom because they looked very similar. And so he said, I almost like asked her what happened or whatever. And then of course she, he got kind of freaked out and was like, this was a real person. I pushed this girl on the swings. I smoked cigarettes with her. This was a real person. This was not a ghost. This wasn't a spirit. This was a real person. She was tangible. I had my hands on her back. I know this was a real person. And so then he was like, they're keeping her locked up in the attic. They're keeping her locked up in the attic, and she's up there and she can't get out. And her parents are crazy and they're keeping her locked up in the attic. And he wanted to say something, but he couldn't say anything because he didn't really want to say anything. And so
they left, and he just kind of had to just leave it for a while. And time passed. I'm telling a story I heard on a podcast that totally blew my mind, and it's going to blow all yours. So he finally eventually grows up. He moves away. He gets married. The house sells, like whatever. He never saw Laura again, ever. And one day he was back in his hometown, and he was meeting with a bunch of friends and stuff. Same place that he had hung out with Laura of the Woods. And they were all like drinking beers around like at a barbecue or something one time. And he told them the whole story. And he realized he'd never told anybody that story ever. And so they'd all had a couple beers and stuff. And they were like, let's go find that tree. Let's go find that swing. Like, let's go. And so they were kind of boistered by liquid courage, and they decided to go out and go to the mystery house and find the tree. And they found the tree that still had the name Laura carved on it. And there was the swing, and there was the hole at the base of the tree. And he reached his hand into the hole, and there were cigarettes in the hole. So that's when they all got really freaked out, because he was like, I know this is real. I know this is not something I made up. This is not something like this actually happened to me. And so they all like got super freaked out, and they ran away, and they were like, we're never going back to that house again. So fast forward to a couple weeks later, he got a really bad stomach bug, or he had food poisoning or something like that. And he was up all night having these weird fevered dreams. And he finally fell into this very vivid dream where he was walking along the woods path to get to the mystery house. And he remembered like certain parts of it where like, that's where that rock was, and that's where this rock was, or whatever. And then there was some like weird little bench that was kind of off the beaten trail, I guess. And in the dream, he didn't want to be walking on the trail, but he couldn't stop himself because he was dreaming. So he was dreaming, and he was walking and walking and walking, and he saw Laura sitting on the bench, and she was giggling, but she was facing away from him, and she was wearing those same kind of ill-fitting clothes. She still had that kind of funky like hairstyle. And he walked up behind her, and she was giggling and laughing. And then he kind of came around to the front of her, and she had her hands on her hair like this. And when she lifted her head, she pulled her hair off of her head, and he realized it was the mom the whole time. And he suddenly realized why he recognized her why he felt kind of weird around her at the open house, because he recognized her. She had like dressed as her daughter or something, an 11-year-old girl, and they'd hung out for like 3 weeks during the summer. And he was like, I don't know about you guys, but that seems so much more frightening than if I'd been hanging out with a ghost. I would have much rather hung out with a ghost. And then like he did, after the open house, he decided to go back into the place that he and Laura used to play together. And when he went into the woods, he looked up at the mystery house, and the mom was standing. This was the day that she told him her daughter died. Her mom was standing in the 3rd story window, staring down at him in the woods. This is called Radio Rental. It's hosted by Rainn Wilson, who plays Dwight Schrute. And I've only listened to a couple episodes, but the stories are so spooky. They're all supposed to be true. They're all told by the people that they happen to. That's the craziest one I've heard so far, though. Absolutely bonkers. The whole time I was going through it, I was like, okay, she's going to be dead. Or, oh, it's going to be this. Or she's going to be locked in the attic or whatever. That was the farthest thing from he said when she, in his dream, when she pulled the wig off, when she pulled the hair off, he saw the face of the mom and he suddenly realized he'd been hanging out with the mom the whole time. Hey, it's Boyaki! Got network issues. I'm so sorry. That happens to me fairly often. I just saw a trailer for a movie remake coming out called Mother's Instinct. That and this story make me fear for my sanity if something were to happen to my kid. I know, I agree. I agree. That's like the scariest thing to think of. But anyway, that was like one of the scariest podcast stories I've ever heard. That is absolutely insane. And the guy that was telling the story was just kind of like, I think she lost her daughter and she just kind of snapped, and that was how she dealt with her grief, was she like dressed as her daughter and acted like her daughter for that time, which is what? I can't even. Totally blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. Let me make sure Auden's door is closed because she's like in her bed, like staring at her door. And I just want to make sure she's, yeah, if that's actually true, absolutely bananas. Totally wild. Outer wild. Okay, her door's closed, but I've also heard Stixel bark like once or twice. Oh man, see, I never actually got into creepypastas, but I've definitely heard of Pen Pal. I should probably read it / listen to it. I don't know. Maybe it would give me nightmares. So I told Ander the story, and Ander was like, okay. I was like, is that not the craziest story you've ever heard? I'm sorry, did you not hear what I said? Did you not hear like the climax of the story? And he was like, well, no, I did hear it, but it just seems kind of, anyway, he did not think it was as absolutely terrifying as I did. I thought it was absolutely terrifying. Whatever, man, whatever. Hey, it's BKO. First of all, thank you so much, BKO and Cody. You guys created these really great AI generated images of Kalulu, and I don't have Chat GPT. I don't have the image making one. I have I don't want to pay for it. So I actually tried to find an image for the Metroid baking cake balls, and I actually have a picture of Samus in her big giant Metroid suit in the kitchen, like making cookies. But I couldn't. But then I realized to put an image on the Channel Point Community Challenge. It's like this big. It's super tiny. You guys wouldn't be able to see it anyway. So whatever. It was cute though. Yeah, I used a free one, and it did a pretty good job. But then other ones were trying to make Metroid cookies, and I was like, oh no, that is a bad situation. Metroids should not be made into cookies. Okay, so according to Martin, we have, speaking of like spooky vibes, we probably have what, an hour left, something like that. Oh, there she is. Okay, yep, I remember. Oh my gosh, he's invisible. Why? Okay. Okay, all right, okay. Let's do this. Those are really big footprints. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is your average. This isn't your average invisible Bigfoot. This is advanced invisible Bigfoot. What? Why are there snow people? What happened to them? Did they freeze or like... Oh. God, no, I don't want to go over there. Oh my gosh. The girl is their mom wearing a wig. It was one of the crazy... Okay, hold on. Hold the phone. She is not a human being. No. How? Oh. Oh gosh. I hate this so much. Okay. Oh my gosh. What happened here? Okay. What? Okay. Yeah. Jump, boys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, talk about Lara Croft, I'll say. Gosh, my heart is racing. Oh.
Who likes good news?
I would say,
Everyone?
like, did he
Then good
make all
news,
these
everyone.
people... Hide! Hide! Oh my gosh. Hey, Sarah! Oh, thank you so much for the resub. I hate this so much. I cannot handle this right now. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll sing that in a second.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone.
Gosh. Hey, Chiron, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, thank you guys. This is so stressful. Every time I think something is really bad and it can't get worse, it always does get worse. There's another person in there. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna sing a song for Sarah. I am gonna sing a song for Sarah. The curtain closes for my song reveal. I'm considering making something different for a song reveal. I might just do like the scrunch in the screen type thing, like my alerts, you know, because I don't know, the curtain kind of, it covers the whole screen. But, and we got a hype train. Oh my gosh. I didn't even realize that. That's because I have it on here somewhere. Hype train, all my notes. Hot pepper tuna, Wild Symphony, Goat Simulation, Sega Bass, hype train alert. It's right there. Okay, I'm gonna look up the words to this because I get nervous when I sing in front of you guys. I actually sang this at my wedding. So you'd think I would remember it and I would never forget it. Okay. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape me. Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Time can't erase a feeling that's strong. No way, you're never gonna shake me. Oh, darling, 'cause you'll always be my baby.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Chaos, what? Oh, you're so kind. Wow, thank you so much. Here I am like panicking on I've never had such a combination of like excitement and also like terror. Oh my gosh. Like my game is terrifying and then I've got like so much love. Oh. That's a Mariah Carey song. I sang it. Oh, thanks for the bits, Chiron. Thank you so much. I sang Always Be My Baby for a talent show when I was in 10th grade. And the reason I sang it at our wedding is because that was the first time Ander heard me sing. So it was cute. It was kind of romantic. Like, anyway, I knew he was there. And I was like, he was actually not going to my school at the time. He was living far away because he moved away because whatever. And so he happened to be visiting. And he like snuck into the like assembly. So yeah. And look at my thing. Bibbity bobbity bits. All thanks to Collector. Okay, listen, you guys. There is a person, another person in here. Yeah, that is very much how. There was another person in there! Wait a minute! Oh my gosh. This is a bad situation. Oh my gosh, that was horrifying. Okay, look. Do you see the legs of a person in there? Okay, nope, not right now. Apparently not right now. There was. But you know what? They were my legs. It was a glitch. They were my legs. Okay.
Run!
Okay.
Move your little sausage legs!
Let me take a drink. I was running as fast as I could! Oh my gosh. Okay. I hesitated for like 2 seconds. Okay. How? This is so stressful! Move your little sausage legs. I'm glad he was invisible and I didn't have to watch him, like, splatter on the ground.
Maya. Alila. Epa.
What? That was weird, and I don't know how I thought she was... I didn't think she was his age. I legitimately thought she was older than him. By a long shot. I have a lot of questions. Yep. Now you're just gonna... Now you're gonna question reality all the time, every day. And it was her dad or her mom. Yep. I don't trust you, lady.
Naya. Tia Lila.
Who likes good news? Everyone? Then good news, everyone!
Naya. Ila.
Oh, shoot. I don't like the way this is happening. No! I've played enough games. I've played enough games to know when there's treachery. Oh. Hey, Farrell! Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate that. I don't appreciate this. This is a problem. I don't trust this lady. I do not trust this lady. This is folly. You know, here's the thing though. When you are alone for so long, I feel like you start to crave this is like... Okay, now they're wrapped. What, are we coming to mummies now? Do spider people live here? Are those eggs? Oh, no! Oh, man, gosh dang it! I hate that. I think to myself, egg. I think to myself, egg. I knew it! I knew it! Oh my gosh, I knew it. No, 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 no.
If it walks like a furnace and quacks
Ew,
like a furnace.
gross! Oh my gosh, gross! I knew it. I did not trust her. Oh my gosh. What?
Naya! Hello!
Yeah, you idiot! You let your hormones get in the way! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Ugh. Gross! I hate this so much. Off-brand Shelob. Yeah! Oh, she's so gross! Oh, she's so gross. No, no. What am I doing? Oh, I'm controlling the wrong thing! Yeah! Step on her. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Pull her leg off! This is horrifying. Get out of it! This is so gross. I don't know what I was expecting. This was definitely not it. This is so gross! Okay, you know what? You have to be bait. Sorry. Oh! Okay, 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 okay. Move around. Move. Hush. Yeah. What's the matter, lady? Yeah. Sucks to suck, man. Treachery. Ugh, gross. You know what? That is more horrifying to me than even like her whole entire body being a spider. How do I? I don't know how to. No, I hate this music so much. Yeah. Way to go, little brother. The jam. Can you imagine how much force it would take for a person that size to pull off the leg of a giant she spider? This is so gross. Ugh.
Sadita!
Are you serious?
Wadi. Tarida.
Less amused.
Rabbi.
Did he? Oh. Did he see that in a dream? Oh my gosh. That was so horrifying. Holy, you've got to be kidding. Are you serious? It's still going! Everything about this is bad. There's a tree! Oh my gosh, we found the tree! Yeah, found the tree. Would we have found the tree if we had not gotten knocked down by the avalanche, maybe? So what does this tree do? Like, does it have healing properties or...
Nai, Mafi, Leita,
Mali.
Lawa, Balila, Etya, Lawadi, Lawa, Lawa Nai.
Saya, Ilai.
Lawaya.
Okay, we're going up the tree. There's a big tree. Yeah, he got stabbed straight through by that spider, one of those spider ladies, or the spider ladies, one of her legs. I do not like the way this is headed. What am I trying to get to? I don't even, like, okay, here's a tree. Oh, is there, like, fruit? Or something? Oh, man, I don't have to fight a giant bird, do I? Because that would really... Oh! That looks helpful. In a tree. Okay, sweet. I imagine this is healing stuff, so I can heal my brother, and then we can go home and heal my dad, right? Right? Okay, just supposed to jump down that chute. Got it. It's totally understandable. It's 100% what I would do. Oh, okay, I see.
Hello. Naya. Taliaba. Naya. 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 Naya.
After all that, after everything we just did, how is he even supposed to make it back on his own? I always wish that I could give my mom one more hug. I've had dreams about her.
Let's just hug. Hug it out.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to walk into your head. Hey, it's fresh! That sucks. I don't know what would have been worse. I don't know if it would have been worse to lose the little one or this. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a game like actually make me bury somebody before. That dual controlling is wild. I don't love this either. Wait a minute. Didn't he die, or is this another one? Oh, he got really lucky. I can't imagine trying to make it all the way back home by himself. Is that the mom or is that the baby? I can't tell. The music is beautiful. I can't tell if that's the mom or if that's the baby. It certainly seems like the one that they rescued. Maybe it was just so sad and tired it just needed a nap. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's a sibling. It's a brother. Can I keep you? Are those flowers? Yes. Okay. Oh. Oh, I hate that there are two outcroppings to grab onto. Just reopens that wound. They could have just put one, but they didn't. Thanks, devs. Dr. Pepper. Sweet nectar of life. Of course they are. He's got to do it. Did she fall asleep? Okay, yeah, she did. Okay. How do I swim? I feel like I'm drowning him. What's he doing? Oh, he's so sad. If I walk out into the water, he just shakes his head. You gotta do it, man. I pushed the button to make his brother do it. His brother's action button. Am I supposed to go up to my house? Is that where the lights are on? Or that, isn't that, okay, wait. Oh yeah, there's like no, okay. Oh, okay. I need to go to the Dr. Rabbi's house? Whatever he is. He looks like a cleric? I don't know. I do not get good vibes about the ending of this game. Oh, the whole thing moves. Okay, I can't remember. Well, his dad's moving in there. That's good.
Ati, Daba.
Abi.
Okay, so he was just like exhausted, right? Like, okay, all right, good. He's looking at this little shrine of rocks. How old do we think this kid is? Yeah. I would have done it. For my dad. Ugh. There isn't even really a happy ending. I mean, like, they saved their dad, but... That was, really well done in the way that they had the older brother's action. What makes the little brother be able to swim. Like I said, I don't know what would have been more sad, losing the little one or losing the older one. I don't know. I know it's fictional, but there are people who actually experience this kind of thing.
losing parents and siblings and some people lose so many people close to them and it just keeps going and I just why? Why does it have to be that way? I think I've had some people come in and chat that I haven't acknowledged. Oh, Sword Art! And EJ. You know, I feel like I mean, I'm a religious person. I don't know about any of you, but I have been in situations where I've like felt my mom with me, even though she's not here. It's a very real feeling of kind of drawing upon somebody who you may have lost. Ugh. This game sucks! Oh my gosh. Watching the dad break down at the end was really sad. Reminds me a lot of the moment in the second Lord of the Rings when what's his face? I can't remember his name. The guy that's really old at first and then he's trapped under Sauron's spell or whatever. When he wakes up and realizes his son died and that he had to bury his own son, and because he was under that spell, he had no idea and he couldn't help him. Yeah, Theoden, yeah. Yes. I'm having a lot of conflicting feelings about this game. It was quite the experience, but man, you guys were not lying. I hope that little boy and his dad never have any other trials for the rest of their lives. No parent should have to bury their own child. It sucks putting one of your own parents to rest too, though. There's nothing that can prepare you for that. The game was really brilliantly done, though. But it's sad! Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, wait. Oh, and we have Artemis! Okay, hold on. I'm missing messages. Oh my gosh. Brilliant how they utilized the unique controls of this game to really amplify the feeling of loss and loneliness when you go to just one brother, but then to give you a bit of hope that he's still with the little brother. I was definitely not expecting that. It really does. It hits really hard. Wow. Appreciate the raw emotions. Some people probably won't understand it, but these types of games will do that. I think I saw somebody say, if I could just get back on the bandwagon of doing GameSpark. It's because I don't like video editing. Video editing sucks and I hate it. Scarecrow says, my brother gave me this game and I was like, we should play it together with one hand on each on the controller. That would be fun.
Somebody says, I think it was John actually earlier that said, this is the kind of emotional moment you can only have in games. Well, yeah, because you are the one that is playing as the character. This is another reason I think it's so silly to chastise people and come down on people for getting emotional in games. I challenge that guy to freaking play the Ori games and tell me if he doesn't cry. Oh my gosh. Susie, thanks, Martin. I hate this game. I really loved playing it. It was actually really fun, and it surprised me around every corner. I was so surprised by all the different elements of it and everything. And there's very little that is explained about like the hanging people and the snow people and things like that. But it just goes to show you, you don't have to explain everything. And the same goes for writing books. You don't have to go into explanations about everything. The Tale of One Son? Absolutely not. I will not. I will not. I will not. If there was a sequel, I don't think I would play it. Artemis says, so I've been following your channel for a really long time, and I really do appreciate all you do for your community. And I want to say how an amazing friend you are to me, and I'm so proud of how much you've grown. Your community is wonderful, and I can't wait to see what milestones you accomplish this year. Just know that I will always be here for you. You and your community deserve nothing but the best. All the happiest vibes! Just wanted to put some positivity to me and chat. Thank you so much, Artemis. I appreciate that a lot. I have grown. I'm really, really happy with the way my community has grown over this last year. It was beyond my wildest dreams, man. I was originally not going to stream Tears of the Kingdom because I just thought it was too big of a game to stream. But whenever I was playing another game or streaming another game, I was like, I just want to be playing Tears of the Kingdom. So I am really, really glad I did. So thank you so much for those kind words. It's all bad, but thank God for hope. I mean, I think that's one of the things that strikes me about this story is that, yeah, it's really sad and it's heartbreaking, but like there are people that deal with this kind of loss over and over and over again in their lives. They either deal with losing a parent and then another parent and then they lose a sibling or something, or they lose a parent young and then they, you know, it's awful. It's just that life is challenging and it's hard, and it's challenging and hard for everyone, no matter what Instagram says or no matter what people put on their social media. Everybody is struggling with something. And although I do feel like there are certain people that are just unluckier than others, and I don't know why that is. I don't really know why that is. Gift them this game. Hey, found a game for you. Beep. I think Susie is still the same height she was when she started streaming. I know, I remember telling everybody I was 5'2", and half my chat was like, wait, what? You're only 5'2"? It's because I make myself look really tall on my camera. I'm short. I'm really short. All my jeans have to be like rolled up or hemmed. I can't find any leggings that are the right length. I can't find anything that's the right length. I have to like specifically buy like jeans by the inseam size because I'm so short. Luckily, I know how to hem, so I can do that on my own. This was a really, really great experience, actually. I came into it knowing it was probably going to make me emotional, but I also remember thinking in my head, well, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't make me emotional? And then what if I let everybody down? Or what if this doesn't, like, what if it doesn't move me the same way or whatever? But that sucked. I kind of sort of expected something terrible to happen to one of the okay, all right, now that it's over. Hey, it's Napsy! Yeah, I'm short. I'm like 5'2". But you know who's shorter than me? My sister. Only by like an inch, but still. She's never quite surpassed me. I thought he was gonna have to choose between either saving his brother or his dad. When he got to the tree and when his brother was sitting down by the tree, I was like, he's going to have to make a decision. He's going to have to use this life essence or whatever. He's going to have to choose between his brother and his dad. And that was a terrible thought. And I was really annoyed about that thought because I was like, they're going to make you choose. They're going to make you choose either the older brother or they're going to make you choose the dad. And all of this will be for basically nothing because at that point, I would have probably chosen the older brother. But I didn't even get to choose. Darn those freaking hormones. He got carried away. I knew it. I didn't trust her. I knew it. I'm a whole foot shorter than Sarah. Oh, well, yeah, that's not totally crazy because I'm pretty short. Pretty short compared to pretty much everybody. Boyaki says, I try to do jokes here and there, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a mess right now. This was probably one of the saddest game endings I've ever come across. I think it's probably one of the saddest games I've ever streamed. Because even Limbo is really sad and depressing, but the ending is kind of open up to interpretation, but I don't feel like it's like on par with this. Even Little Nightmares isn't even on par with this. Man. Yeah, third of the way to the treble hooks. Crap, I gotta get Andrew to teach me how to make those. Susie's short like me, all in the legs. Yeah, I have a really short torso. And I wouldn't necessarily say I have long legs, but like, I'm just not a tall person at all by any means. Chain says, my sister has had a rough go of life. I often feel bad that I didn't have the same struggles, but I count myself beyond blessed for it. Sometimes... Wait, what? Oh, I thought it said my Walmart order was done, but it's not. It has substitutions. Sometimes people struggle in life because they make poor choices. And that, at least, you're able to be like, okay, well, yep, you made a really bad choice, and that is why, or you made this, you know, bad choice or whatever, and that is why, you know, that's why you are struggling right now or whatever. But it's the people that do everything right and that are living what I like to call a righteous life and doing what they can and being a good person and just get hit by trial after trial after trial. That is really, really, really hard. I don't know. It's hard to watch anybody suffer, but it's definitely easier when you can be like, this is a direct consequence of the choices you made. So hopefully you can make better choices now. It's a little bit, I don't want to say it's easier to watch their suffering, but at least there's kind of a reason. But when you know somebody that's just an amazing, like my mom. Like, my mom was a really amazing person. She had a big heart. She was really kind, and she suffered so much physically. And I just couldn't ever really figure out why. Martin says, my tallest sister is 5'2", and the shortest is 4'11". Oh, you're 5'10", so you're Anders' height. Yeah, Blink and I, we'd be like the same size. I think I'm the same size as Rumi, actually. I should play something more upbeat, like Doom. Okay, so Lindsay and I, we were on the same wavelength. Yeah, like I said, I was thinking he was gonna have to choose. All of a sudden, his brother was now like mortally wounded, and his dad was back home sick. And so he was gonna have to use the tree essence or whatever to heal one or the other. But I didn't get to pick. He just... And then as he was sliding down the tree, I had the horrifying thought that his brother was already gone. And I was like, okay, but wait. Now is going to come the moment where I'm going to be able to like heal him. And I'll just have to choose the big brother, the older brother over the dad. And at that point, full disclosure, I would have chosen the older brother, hands down. Because, you know, it's kind of that movie Onward, kind of that Onward moment. I don't know if you've seen Onward, but the younger one grows up without a dad. I mean, they both kind of grow up without a dad, but he has a moment where he has all these things he wants to do with his dad if they can bring him back. And he has this list of all these things he wants to do. And then he suddenly kind of realizes he had all those moments with his older brother instead of his dad. So he basically got those moments just with a different person. So I would have totally chosen the older brother, but I didn't get a choice. So, Martin, your game sucks! Chopping off Giant's legs. We're chopping off Giant's legs and we're... The older brother was the dad wearing a wig. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Sarah is over 6 feet. That's tall. That is tall. That is not anywhere near me. I am a very tiny person. I'm just very small and petite, kind of like everywhere. Yeah, Chain, you're right. Life doesn't let you pick. It's true. Tree essence, whatever it is. You know what I mean? The Healy stuff. I don't know. Whatever that is. But then, of course, I was thinking in my head, but why? Why would he have to choose? Like, he's at the tree. We just heal the older brother. And that's what I said. I was like, so we just heal the older brother. Awesome. Climb back up there, get some more tree sense, and go back and heal the dad. Right in my head, I was like, that's not what's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Like, you're going to get the stuff, and then the tree's going to, like, the little pool you got it is going to, like, close up or something, and you're not going to be able to go back and get more, and you only have one shot. And you're going to have to choose, but they didn't even let you choose. I wish they would have let me choose. Collector went through a lot in my youth that no one should have to experience. But I wouldn't be the person I am today without it. You have to try and find a way to grow from it, else it consumes you. That is absolutely true. You can break cycles. You can choose to not follow in the footsteps of crappy parents or toxic people in your life. I'm not saying it's easy, but I've seen people do it. And, you know, ultimately, eventually, it becomes your responsibility. You can only piggyback on other people's, you know, bad decisions and bad behavior for so long before you become an adult and you actually, like, make the decision, become self-aware. And then once you become self-aware, that victim kind of mentality doesn't really work anymore. And you have to, eventually, you either have to let it consume you, or you have to, like, make a decision and be like, all right, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not going to be that way, or whatever. Well, now I can put a poll up on Discord. I can put a poll up. I've got Firewatch, and I have Air, and I have, what was the other one? Oh, shoot, now I can't remember what it is. Dadbods is the tallest in his family. Got like 3 to 4 inches on my dad. My brother is an inch shorter. How tall are you, Dadbods? The older brother was just the dad wearing a wig. Yeah, my dad is just legs. The first time I watched it, actually, I don't think I was following quite closely enough, and it didn't quite affect me, but man, months and months later, Charlotte decided to watch it again, and it hit me so hard. And I cried and cried and cried. Hogwarts. I can't do Hogwarts because I can't do it without Charlotte. I would be such a terrible parent if I did it without Charlotte. There was one other one that I had. I need to find it now. Oh, wow. Look at that Kalulu cake. That is crazy. What is it? Gaming backlog. Okay, wait. Let me go to my actual, like, backlog. I have Firewatch. We were looking for shorter games. I have Air. Oh, Owlboy. I think Owlboy. I own all 3 of those. So I can do a... Well, and today's Wednesday, so I won't be streaming tomorrow. So that'll give us a day to kind of decide. But I own all 3 of those games. I own Air and Firewatch and Owlboy. I also own Superliminal, and I do own Stranger's Wrath, but I think we're going to kind of go through a couple shorter games because I think all of those games kind of qualify as shorter games. Air, Owlboy, and Firewatch. And that way I can kind of knock those out. I'd also really love to play Cocoon, but I don't own Cocoon yet. I don't think I'll be streaming Hogwarts, though, because in order for me to stream it, I have to bring my PlayStation in here, which means then Charlotte can't play it herself on the TV out there, because then I'd be moving my PlayStation back and forth, which would just be obnoxious. And I don't want her to have to play it in here in the office. I just feel like that's not, I just don't feel like that's fair. And so I think I just have to not stream that one. As much as I wish I could, I think I should just experience that with Charlotte. Or we can do some YouTube videos together. I would be willing to stream it and then let her kind of play it on her own, but then I have to move the PlayStation 5 back and forth, although I don't know if she'll be playing it every single day. I don't know. I love Journey so much, and Charlotte has actually played through Journey, but it's been a really, really, really long time. So that's what that community challenge is. She would play through Journey, and I would let her play, but I would just be here next to her. Because she's so cute when she plays that game. She's just hilarious with everything she does. She's a magical child. Here's a clip. Treachery! I knew it! I absolutely knew it. I knew there was I knew that lady was trouble. Absolute trouble. I knew it. I didn't really trust her. Now I know why they had her tied up. Should have just let him kill her. And the fact that she could jump that chasm. Yeah, no. There was treachery afoot. That was not what I expected though. Wow. Nope. Not in a million years. Air is fairly Trekkie's 5'9". Chaos was 6'5" once. Grandpa, I have Stranger's Wrath on my Switch, and I will stream that one of these days. I want to, because most other people haven't played it, and they need to experience it because it's the quirkiest game. It's so great. That is definitely on my list to stream. Collector says Firewatch may be the most emotional of the bunch, so maybe avoid that next one. Air is fairly emotional too, but it's also balanced well and very different from this wretched game of woe. You started being suspicious yesterday when she scampered across the rock. Oh, that's right! Oh my gosh, that's right. She like crawled up that tree or something, and I was like, that was weird. Normal people don't crawl like that. You're right. I knew there was something wrong with her. She was freaking wackadoo. Freaking crazy. I'm talking about a game called Stranger's Wrath. It's based in the Oddworld world. I actually would really love to stream all the Oddworld games that I've played, which is, you know what? Never mind. Just 2 of them. Oddworld Abe's Exodus. I'd really love, actually, to go through Oddworld Abe's Exodus with a guide and find all the secrets. Not necessarily how to do them, but find all the secrets. Apparently, there are secrets if there are Soulstorm Brewery bottles around in the scene. There's a secret somewhere. So I've always wanted to do that. But it's kind of a longer game. It's a puzzle game. Highly recommend it. You can find it on... Well, I have it on my Steam Deck, but I don't think they did a remake of the Exodus. They did a remake of Odyssey, which is good, but it's not as good. I think Exodus was great because it added quick save, and it added the fact that you could go Alia, and you could get like 7 other Mudokons with you instead of having to rescue them one by one. But that's really fun. And then Stranger's Wrath is in the same kind of world. It's the first game I ever played on Xbox, actually. You can switch between first person and third person. And that game has a really kind of crazy storyline as well. So I have that one. It's just sitting on my, it's looking my, it's looking, I was just reading the word looking. I know, he's just sitting there, poor little guy. But it's sitting on my Switch, so it's there, I promise. And, you know, when I have other games, too, on my backlog, like, to stream, at least, like, Hyper Light Drifter, it's been a really long time since I've played that. What I think I'll probably also do is, like, Hollow Knight. Artemis brought up Hollow Knight. I streamed Hollow Knight forever ago, but that was when I was probably streaming to, like, 4 people, maybe. I streamed it forever ago, but I'm thinking of using something like Hollow Knight / Celeste and things like that, and games like that, with crowd control on my PC for like event streams, like anniversary streams or 1,000 follower streams or something like that, because then you guys have control, and it would just be really fun to kind of mess around with my gameplay, something that's kind of different, because I've played those games before, so it's not like you'd be hindering my... I wouldn't get annoyed, basically, because I've already played them before. Hello? But, hey, it's Jay! Have I played, wait, have I played A Short Hike? No. I did not stream Blossom Tales. I played Blossom Tales and I really liked it. I was kind of surprised. Obviously, it's a direct ripoff of Zelda, but I feel like they did a good enough job making it feel kind of like its own game. I thought it was great. I have not played the second one. I just played the original, like the first one, just on my own. I have never played a short hike, though. Let me put that on my list. It goes on sale all the time. But I also already have Hyper Light Drifter, and I already have Stranger's Wrath, and I already have Oddworld. I don't know. Now that I'm going to be potentially streaming on Sundays, I feel like a short hike is a good and nice, calm and relaxing game. Yes! I'll put up a poll on Discord, because the whole reason I've been kind of struggling with like what games to play next is because Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is being released at the end of February, and I want to be able to stream that one. I really regret not streaming Horizon Forbidden West, and I had a great time streaming Tears of the Kingdom, and I feel like it was kind of fun to be like on the bandwagon of the fandom with everybody else. And I really, really regret not streaming Horizon Forbidden West. So I'll stream Rebirth, and it'll be great. Hopefully. But up until then, we have what? I have a month. What's today? Okay, so I leave for Florida in a month from today. So I have 4 weeks until I'm gone for a week. And then after that, Final Fantasy releases like 2 weeks after that. Now, I'm not saying that I want to start streaming it the day it comes out or whatever. I'm just saying I want to start streaming it somewhere around there. So Final Fantasy VI, everybody told me it was really, really, really long. So I was like, ooh, maybe I should not play it just yet. Maybe I should wait because it is a long game. I don't remember how long people said it was, but they just said it was way longer than I expected it to be. I expected it to be like a 20, maybe 30 hour game, and people were saying it was more like 60 hours. I have also just heard that on LDS Gamers, actually, somebody said, well, it can be that long, but that kind of depends on your style of gameplay. Like if you're a completionist, if you like to do a lot of things. So I was kind of trying between now and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I was kind of trying to knock out a bunch of shorter games, which is why we did Tale of Two Brothers, although Martin gifted this to me. Yeah, so yeah, that's a long game. So I was going to put it off until, I mean, it's still on my list, but I was going to put it off until I got some of these shorter games done. Martin! Yeah, so I'm thinking we should probably do like Firewatch, Air, and Owlboy, which are all shorter games, and a short hike probably, if a short hike is really, really short. We could probably make it through most of those before Final Fantasy VII. And then, of course, after Final Fantasy VII, like, it's totally, like, who knows what games will be announced at that point. Probably. We'll have a Nintendo Direct in February, right? So we can all be disappointed about Silksong again. But that was kind of the goal after I finished Dave the Diver, is I thought, you know what? Let's get some of these shorter games out of the way, and then I can finish them quickly and not drag out playing a game forever long. This was perfect. I could have done this game in 2 streams if I didn't have all that troubleshooting the first day I played it. I just realized that now. It took me this long because it took me like an hour and a half to get it working on the first day. What is this game? I know I cursed Martin a whole bunch of times while I was playing it. But I'm actually really glad I played it. That was a really lovely experience for the most part until the end. And now I'm just mad about it. So thanks, Martin. I'm just kidding. I mean, really, I'm glad I played it, and the hype is real. Like, I completely understand. It's a really beautifully done game, and the story is moving. And this is one of the reasons. I will never apologize for being emotional in games. How would you not feel emotional in that? I mean, if you're an emotional person, like, I get it. Some people aren't criers. That's fine. But I am an emotional person. I have emotional reactions to things. I would have cried if I had read this or if I'd like watched it in a movie. How is it any different with it being a video game? If anything, it's more powerful because I was the one. I was the brother. That's all I'm saying. No, it's true. We do love you, Martin, and I really appreciate it. I'm just saying there was part of me that was like, maybe it will be emotionally like happy. Maybe. Because there was some of that in Tears of the Kingdom, right? Like there's some really, really sad feels, but there are also some really happy feels too. This one, this was not that game. Nope. And even in Ori, I feel like Ori has some really sad emotional moments, but it also has some really beautifully like uplifting emotional moments. Great, awesome. What I'm saying is there's a balance. This game, there is not a balance. It's just like the ending sucks. Like, dad's crying, brothers. I mean, he has his dad, so I guess that's kind of a keeping us reels in our feels. Yeah, huge shout out to Martin for gifting this game. That was a that was a very unique experience. I've never played a game quite like that where you have to control two different characters at the same time. And I agree with you. It would not have been the same if I'd played it 2-player with someone. It just wouldn't have felt the same. So it's 2:04. When do I stop streaming? Nintendo Direct. Nothing about Silksong, but Switch 2, maybe? I don't know. I'm really looking forward to the Direct. I'll take whatever Nintendo wants to give me, except the last Direct when they announced like 7 new Mario titles, and I was like, we don't get 7 new like Metroid titles. We don't get 7 new Zelda titles. We don't get like enough with the Mario. You just released Wonder. Like, sit on that for a minute. Great, awesome, cool, but like, for the love, give us something else. You announced Metroid Prime 4 like 4 years ago. Andrew and I were just having this conversation the other day. Andrew said he was like, I feel like that hurts people more than anything. Like if you announce something so early and then it keeps getting delayed or pushed back or you stop giving information about it, it's just hyping your fans up and then disappointing them again and then hyping them up and then disappointing them again. And so I would think that you'd lose loyalty if you do that when you announce too early. I don't know. They said on a sale call last year, any new hardware would be announced, I think, in Q2. How many Nintendo Directs do we get a year? Pacific Drive? No. Is that a driving game? Oh, it's Mario's 40th anniversary next year? Boo. I mean, like, Mario's fine, but like, okay. What do I do if I push the home button? Okay. We can also do fun, like, I should do like retro. We could do like retro streams too, because I have, hello. Oh, menu. Oh, that's because I'm, what? Okay. Okay, library. Okay, so my non-Steam games, I do have Chrono Trigger, which I haven't played in years and years and years and years and years and years and years, and I really remember very little about it. I never fully finished Final Fantasy Tactics. It's been forever since I played Minish Cap, forever since I've played Twilight Princess. I did stream Twilight Princess a long time ago, but once again, that was so long ago. Metroid Fusion, remember nothing about that. Here's Abe's Exodus. I've got Myst, Rayman, and Skull Monkeys. And then Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funktron. It's a good one. It's a really great one. Yeah, so, and I have Control. That was also thanks to Martin. And Shadow of Mordor, which was also thanks to Martin. Twilight Princess is also my favorite Zelda, hands down. Like, I love Tears of the Kingdom, and I think Tears of the Kingdom is phenomenal, and it's one of my favorite games of all time, but it is not my favorite Zelda. I can't really explain it. I just love the way Twilight Princess was put together. It's probably one of my very, very, yeah, on the deck. Yep. Yes. Although I don't know if I'm really allowed to show that on my stream. I'm not really sure. It's been a long time since I've played Minish Cap. But so I'll put a poll up on Discord, and I think we'll knock out a couple of these shorter games over the next couple weeks. And then hopefully that will kind of put us into, like, it kind of sort of depends on the games. But like I said, I'm not looking for a perfect timeline. I'm not looking for like starting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth like the day it comes out. That's not what I'm looking for, but just kind of around there. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited about it. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because I'm afraid they're going to make some changes that I don't appreciate. But at the same time, I really loved the first one. And if they can at least stay on par with the first one, I feel like it will be pretty good. Yeah, yep. I do. I have a Metroid. Yeah, so I have Emu Deck, and yep. So those are actually not games. Those are emulators. But, and this is just kind of a handful of games I could kind of sort of remember. But now that I'll be hopefully streaming on Sundays, that'll give me an extra stream during the week, and maybe we can break the week up. Maybe we can do, you know, one game during 1 week or one game during like two days and, another game during the other 3. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It just kind of sort of, oh, I think Prince of Persia looks really good. I really honestly think that's going to be really good. What in the bird? It's my birthday! I said I won't play Final Fantasy VII, but I can do whatever I want. It's my birthday! Well, Final Fantasy Rebirth won't be released on my birthday. My birthday's on the 22nd of February, and I think Rebirth comes out on the 29th. Or the 28th. I can't remember. All I know is what I want for my birthday is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and the Lego Ornithopter. That's what I really want. I think the Ornithopter goes on sale in February, I think. Anyway, I don't know. Thank you so much for being here, John. Have an excellent rest of your day. Oh, I have a recording for you that I got today. I'll post it on the Discord. I was doing some things on like Discord, and Auden was going, yeah. So I had to try and get a recording. It's not as great as like the first time she did it, unprompted, but you know. What happens when a strawberry gets run over crossing the street? Says DJ BJ. Traffic jam. Okay, who here is a jam person and who's a jelly person? I'm a jelly person. I'm actually not really either. I don't really like either. What's the difference between jam and jelly? Preserves! Oh yeah, isn't preserves like chunky? Maybe I'm thinking of jam versus... No, maybe I'm thinking of jelly versus preserves. I think I prefer jelly. It's all of it. Traffic jam! Give me that fruit. Dude, that honestly is the most expensive thing about having kids is all the fruit they're supposed to eat, because they're supposed to eat a certain amount of like fruit every day. Do you have any idea how much that costs? I mean, I know we're all supposed to be eating fruit, but like, oh my gosh, totally insane. Jelly is easier to, jelly is jiggly and chunky. Jam is easier to spread. Okay, well then I'm a jam person then. Jelly is just juice. Jam has pulp. What about orange juice with pulp? Like, why don't you just eat an orange? just out of, you know, I mean, I don't know. I'm really glad I played that game, but it was sad. Yeah, it was really sad. It was definitely, like, I expected bad things to happen, but I also kind of expected bad things to happen and then, like, kind of sort of happy things to happen too. And I feel like none of those happy things happen. Hey, Zil! Ugh! What about milk with pulp? What? I need to scrub my eyeballs out. I don't ever want to. That is milk that is bad. That's true. If you have to chew your milk, it's bad. Oh my gosh. That's so gross. I make Charlotte peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I have fruit spread. So it's not super jiggly and like chunky. It's like pretty spreadable. If you chew your milk, it's yogurt. You chew your yogurt? I can swallow yogurt just whole. I can just take a big bite and just swallow it whole. But I also had my... Trekkie's like, cheese. I also had my tonsils taken out, so maybe that has something to do with it. Butter chunks. You know what? I do like cottage cheese though, but I don't like eating cottage cheese just plain. I like eating it with potato chips. Yeah, cottage cheese is milk spread. No, my college roommate chewed her yogurt every morning. That's the sound I woke up to. Are you talking about like banana noises? Like, or like, cottage cheese with Triscuits? Oh, I've never had cottage cheese with Triscuits. I don't like Triscuits, but I imagine cottage cheese on Triscuits would probably be good. Jay has an aunt that would eat sticks of butter. I thought that was just a myth. Like, banana noises, I'm so sorry. Record yourself chewing yogurt, like physically biting down and then play it back. Chewing yogurt. Yogurt is like nothing. It's just liquid. It's like chewing applesauce. You can't chew. We love chips and cottage cheese in our house. We use the lightly salted, like ruffled chips, but we just get the Walmart brand. Those are actually really good. And then we dip them in cottage cheese and we all love it. All of us. It's like the best snack to give my girls because it's got protein in it. Yes, there are potato chips, but I feel relatively good about giving them chips and cottage cheese instead of them letting them snack on like just potato chips, just kind of for, you know, just potato chips alone or like a bunch of fruit snacks or something. At least cottage cheese is relatively healthy and has, yeah, how did she chew? Apple slices and cheese are also really good. That's a nice little snack. Apple slices. Auden really likes to have just like a charcuterie board. I'll just put like little cheese bites and then like pepperoni slices and like some slices of turkey and some slices of roast beef. And then like I'll do cheddar cheese and string cheese and pepperoni and like roast beef and a little bit of turkey. And she's perfectly happy. She can just eat off of her little like charcuterie board, which is easy, which is nice for me. But I agree. I like Cool Ranch Doritos. I like Cool Ranch Doritos a lot. One of these days for, you know, either an anniversary stream or something like that, I'll bring back the super spicy Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are the only ones that I really liked the flavor of. All the other spicy chips I just thought were gross. Takis, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, all that stuff. I just thought they were gross. Fruit by the foot, but it's bacon. That's brilliant. Charcuterie boards are just grown-up Lunchables. That is actually true. It's totally true. I liked Lunchables as a kid, but we never got Lunchables. My parents weren't about to go spend money on Lunchables. I do like making little sandwiches out of like turkey and cheese with Ritz crackers. So yeah, Lunchables. Yeah, Auden likes eating like a little charcuterie board, but I chew on cheese with chips, not in the same bite though. Oh yeah, no, I dip my chips in the cottage cheese. So good. I could literally like make a meal out of that. I could just eat that and drink a Dr. Pepper. Super awesome. Okay. I'm going to have to go wake Auden here in a minute. This stream has been very emotional. Thanks, Martin. But really, thank you so much for gifting that game. I remember talking with you about this on your GameSpark interview, and now I understand why it invoked an emotional response. And some people aren't criers, and that's fine. But yeah, that was a really beautiful way they did the controls at the end and everything. That was really, it was very poignant. But I'll put a poll on Discord regarding the next game. I will not be streaming tomorrow since we worked out our schedule tomorrow. So I won't be streaming tomorrow, no stream on Thursdays, but I'll be back on Friday. And then I should be streaming on Sunday too, because this new church schedule is working out and I should be able to put Auden down for a nap. Congrats on the new job, Zill. I remember you saying something about getting a new job that had you up at 5 a.m. That's early. That is really early. That's like Ander. Ander gets up really early to go out and, hey, it's Padawan. And I see Alex. Contributing those chucks. Those words are hard. Those community challenges are going to be done in like a week. Ander better teach me how to type treble hooks. I'll tell you what. So I'll post a poll on the Discord and then we'll just kind of go from there. But I think we can knock out a couple of these shorter games to kind of knock out a few of the games on my backlog, and then we can kind of go from there. And like I said, I'm not looking for perfect timing, but I definitely wasn't really in the mood to get started on, like, after Dave the Diver, I wasn't really in the mood to start another like 60-hour game. Not that Dave the Diver was that, but I just kind of, it was nice playing Brothers for 3 days, and it'll be nice playing another game for like a couple days. That'll be kind of a nice change up. But there are so many games, and there just isn't enough time. And because I'm limited on streaming when my toddler naps, I can't just stream for hours and hours and hours on end. So we will get to all the games, hopefully, that we can. It'll just take some time. And I know that everybody kind of has games that they would rather see as opposed to other games, and everybody kind of has different opinions, but I just appreciate everybody being here, kind of regardless of what game I play. That to me is the sign of a really, really super awesome community, is it doesn't really matter what game you play. People are there because they like the community, they like the vibe, they like the positivity, or just the feel of the area, or the community, and I'm really, really grateful for that. I used to really, really worry about what game I chose to stream next because it's kind of a weird decision to have to make. I stress out about it, but I just really appreciate the support and you guys being here and supporting me through whatever game I play and letting me be really open and being supportive of my emotions and kind of the way I do things. I just appreciate that a lot. So you're all really amazing people. 5 a.m. is when work starts. You have to wake up at 3:45? Yeah, that sounds like Ander. That sounds like Ander when he has to go and do a trip in the morning before the sun comes up. He's got to be up at like 4. That's insane. That's so insane. But you get off at what time? Oh, you get off at like 2. Well, I don't know where you are. I can't remember where you're located. I sent you decals, but I don't remember. Well, I have the streams for the Brothers game over the last 3 days, and I will be uploading those to my YouTube channel. I don't upload VODs to my YouTube channel in any sort of schedule, which I probably should, but I just don't think about it. So I need to start adding dates to those because I just realized today, John Steed mentioned it on the Discord and was like, you should probably put dates on your VODs. And I thought, well, but there's an upload date. But then I thought, yeah, but if I upload 3 VODs, they're all going to have the same upload date. It's not the stream date. So I need to be better at that. I need to be better at a lot of things. Anyway, so I'll be back on Friday with whatever it is we decide. Thank you all so much for being here and for letting me cry. I mean, like I'd heard, I knew that, it could potentially be sad, but like I said, I was kind of nervous because I was like, well, what if it doesn't? But then I thought, if it made Martin have a strong emotional response and Martin isn't a crier, it'll probably wreck me. It was pretty sad and heartbreaking. So I appreciate you guys being here. So, everybody have a good rest of your day and have a good day tomorrow on Thursday. And then it'll be pizza day. No, I don't feel like it was too close to recent events. I feel like it would have elicited, I think my response to it was a little bit stronger due to the passing of my mom, but it wasn't, I don't really feel like that made me like extra sad. I don't know, just kind of the bond of family and like how far you would go to save somebody, how far you would go to try and save your dad or save your brother or whatever, I don't feel like it was I feel like I would have been kind of sad either way. So thanks for that. But that's another one of those games that you can only really experience one time. That's like Outer Wilds, you can only really experience that one time because then coming up to that, there's no there's no way to really replay it. It doesn't have a lot of replayability. So I'm really glad I've experienced it because I've heard so much hype about it. So yeah, so Friday will be pizza day. So I'll be back on Friday, and just remember how much you matter and how important you are. I'm so glad each one of you found my little corner of the internet and found my community. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate everybody's support and the hype trains and everything. Like I said, I've said this a couple times, but I feel like it's going to be a good year, and I'm looking forward to all the really amazing experiences we're going to have. We just had an amazing experience together. This was an amazing experience together. So we're starting the year off with a bang. It's going to be great. But everybody enjoy the rest of your day, and enjoy your day tomorrow. I'll put a poll up on the Discord, and you guys can vote with emotes. And yeah, I'll be back on Friday. So I'll see you guys all on pizza!